What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now in today's video, we're going to go over what you should expect coming up on NIO Day, which is on January 9th for those of you who are unaware. And we're going to go over some of the big catalysts that could push NIO up, and then also after NIO Day, and which could have a lasting effect on NIO's share price. But before we actually jump into the video, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy these video updates every day. So again, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it. But with that out of the way, to give you some context of where NIO is trading today, they're actually having a pretty good trading day today, and they're up almost 4% at 3.9% in the green today. And you can see early in the trading day, they were pretty flat. But then within the last couple hours here, they've been spiking up pretty decently. And it looks like they could continue this through the rest of the trading day today. And there's not much of an explanation yet as to why NIO is trading so much in the green today. This is likely just from people buying shares of NIO with all this anticipation leading up to NIO Day. Because the overall market today isn't really up or down much. They're up right around 0.2%. So the overall market isn't really having much of an effect on NIO today. And so they are kind of trading on their own like they often do, and that's why they're up almost 4% today. Now on the 1 week chart, NIO is up right around 2% at 2.1%. And they started the week right around where they're trading at right now. And then they had somewhat of a downtrend the first few days of the week. And then since then, they've kind of started tapering back upwards, and they've had this upward trend the last few days. And then on the 1 month chart, this is where you can see more drastically on how NIO has been trading. And they're down 3.3% on the month. But you can definitely see how NIO has been trading and how they've been pretty volatile the last month. I think too many people have this mindset around NIO that they're only going to increase and that NIO only has this upwards trend. But obviously when you look at the last month, you can see NIO trades just like a normal stock, or at least they have been for the last month or two. You can't have all these crazy gains and just expect a stock to just continue rising like NIO has been the last few months. Because at some point, people are going to start shorting a stock like that just continues having these 50 and 100% gains in a single month. So at least in my opinion, it's good to see NIO have a red month and to see them finally pulling back. And from what I think these are the times when you should add more shares to your portfolio. And I know you guys have heard me say that probably 1,000 times by now, but especially if you believe in NIO long term, the red days are the days you want to add more shares, not the green days. You don't want to be adding shares to your portfolio when NIO is climbing up to these all-time highs. You want to get them at the best price possible. And for those of you who missed out when NIO was trading around $5, $10, and $15, the next best time to add shares is when they have these red days and these red weeks. And again, it's only if you believe in NIO long term, because unless you guys are day trading or swing trading, these short-term gains and losses shouldn't really affect your mindset and shouldn't affect the way you invest in NIO. At least from what I think you should just dollar cost average in every week or every month. And then on red days are the days you can add more and kind of beef up your position if you guys want to. But in terms of NIO Day and what you guys need to know going forward, there's quite a few catalysts that could push up the share price of NIO. And we're going to go over a few of those things, and a few things actually that could affect NIO going forward through the end of 2021 as well. Now, I'm sure for most of you guys, if you guys have been interested in NIO for any amount of time, you probably are aware that NIO has a NIO Day every year, and it's typically in December, and at least in the past, their NIO Day event has served as a platform for new product and service launches, and this is also where they reveal their technologies that they've been working on and technologies that they want to improve on in the future. And it's typically a catalyst that pushes NIO upwards, or at least there's a lot of anticipation leading up to NIO Day typically, and we see their stock price start climbing up in anticipation for NIO Day. Now, whether NIO is going to rise after NIO Day and whether it's going to be from all these catalysts that we're going to go over, it's kind of hard to predict with all the investor interest that there's been over the last year. Now, typically in the past, there hasn't been nearly as much interest in a stock like NIO because they were relatively small and they were trading as a penny stock not too long ago. So now that their stock price is really starting to ramp up, there's a lot more investor interest in this stock. And so we might not see a huge jump on or after NIO Day within that short time period because of all this investor interest. All this anticipation could be leading up to NIO Day, and that could be why we're starting to see NIO start creeping back upwards. But one of the bigger things that is going to be a big catalyst for NIO is their new vehicle that they're launching, and it's actually a sedan model that's supposed to help them compete with Tesla better. And NIO is supposed to be officially announcing this new sedan on NIO Day, and there's also rumors that they're going to be releasing a second sedan at some point in 2021. And this new sedan that they're going to be releasing is supposed to be called the ET7, and it would be NIO's fourth mass-produced model. And there's also speculation suggesting that it's going to have a coupe design much like the Audi A7. And it's also believed that NIO could start mass manufacturing this model by the fourth quarter of 2021. So we could see it released at some point in 2021, maybe mid-2021, but we're not going to see it mass produced until the fourth quarter of next year. But I think even with the announcement on NIO Day of them officially announcing it, I think that could be enough to start pushing up the share price of NIO. Now, on top of the anticipation for this new sedan that they're going to be releasing, they're also expected to announce a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack, and this is going to increase the range of their vehicles to over 900 kilometers. Now, for those of you who are unaware, 900 kilometers is equal to about 560 miles. So just right there, if you take a vehicle that can go 560 miles or 900 kilometers and it's an electric vehicle, you can see just how big that's going to be for a company like NIO, especially looking at the fact that there's no other electric vehicle companies that have this kind of insane range. And that kind of range is also very competitive with gas-powered vehicles, and it's also much higher than a lot of gas-powered vehicles on the road right now. Now, I know for any vehicle I've ever drove, the range has been right around 400 to 450 miles. So 560 miles is quite a big jump, at least from vehicles I've drove in the past. And that would really be beneficial to people over in China because there's a lot of people who live in apartment buildings and different complexes that don't have access to charging stations. So for those people who maybe didn't want to buy an electric vehicle in the past because they wouldn't be able to charge it very often, well, a 560 mile range is going to be very beneficial because you'll only have to charge your vehicle once every couple weeks depending on how much you drive. And then when you combine the fact that NIO is also working on their second gen battery swap stations, I think this is really going to help increase their customer base and bring in a lot more customers next year and in the coming few years. Because at least as of right now, NIO's battery swap stations take somewhere around 5 to 6 minutes. Now the plan was always to bring that down to around 3 minutes, but there was always complaints that it took between 5 and 6 minutes. Now I don't know about you, but I wouldn't really complain about a 5 to 6 minute battery swap because that's much better than sitting around for 30 to 60 minutes waiting for a full charge on your battery. But I suppose it makes sense when they made it seem like it was only going to take 3 minutes and it took 5 to 6 minutes. But this is where their second gen battery swap stations come in. It's supposed to bring down that number to 3 minutes, and they're also supposed to be the smallest battery swap stations in the world. Their stations take up right around 3 parking spots, and so you can see how they can put these in pretty much everywhere, and NIO could install these battery swap stations at parking garages, at gas stations, at restaurants, pretty much wherever they want because they're so small and compact. And again, I think that's really going to increase their customers and bring a lot more customers to NIO. Now, another thing you should look forward to, and this isn't actually specific to NIO Day, but this does have to do with early January, and this is the deliveries that NIO has been producing. Now, we know at the beginning of each month, they release delivery numbers for the previous month, and so I would definitely watch out for the first few days in January and when they release their December delivery numbers, because NIO was predicting that they were going to deliver between 16,500 and 17,000 vehicles in the fourth quarter of 2020. Now, in order for NIO to hit that high end, that 17,000 in this single quarter, they're going to have had to deliver 6,654 vehicles in December. Now, this would be a pretty big jump over November deliveries, which was right over 5,000. I believe it was over 5,200 deliveries. And so to go from that up to 6,600 vehicle deliveries, it's a pretty big jump. But when you look at what NIO has been doing, and given the fact that they wanted to increase increase their delivery capacity up to 7,500 by the end of the year, I think it's a possibility for NIO to have delivered that many vehicles in December. Now, I haven't seen any leaks or anything about how many vehicles they have delivered so far, but at least based on that 7,500 capacity, I think they could deliver between 6,000 and that 6,600 that they're predicting. And even if that's not the case and they deliver under 6,000 vehicles in December, they're probably still going to have set a record over November deliveries, and that should be a pretty big catalyst that should help push up NIO's share price. Because whenever we see positive news come out for NIO, and this is no exception, record deliveries is definitely one of those catalysts that help push up NIO's share price. So I think if that news is released, we're going to start seeing NIO's share price start creeping up in the beginning of January, and I think it should continue creeping upwards until January 9th, which is NIO Day. Now, for those of you who made it this far into the video, I want to hear what you guys think about NIO Day and whether you think this is already priced into the share price of NIO, or whether you think NIO is going to shoot up when NIO Day comes. So again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about NIO Day and what you think is going to happen leading up to that day. Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up and deposit $100 because you'll get 4 free stocks, and this promotion ends soon. So make sure you guys get your 4 free stocks before it ends. Also, I did want to mention that I recently set up a Discord server, so if you guys want to sign up for that, it's totally free. And it's a community where you guys can chat with like-minded people, whether that be about stocks you guys are buying or different EV stocks or whatever you guys want to talk about. So again, if you guys want to join that, you can use the link down in the description, or I'm going to pin the top comment down in the comment section. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.